Check out a brand new book out right now called I'm Sorry This Apology Took So Long by author Tariq Nasheed. Now, this book is a personal chronicle of poetry written about this brother's journey towards finding love in his life, accepting himself, and embarking on his path towards forgiveness and renewal. And as you know, poetry is a way to speak from the heart, so this is a great book if you are a fan of poetry. Check out the book, I'm Sorry This Apology Took So Long, available right now on Amazon and Kindle.
You sitting on the couch, Ashy, you're watching TV, and your life is passing you by. Keep procrastinating over and over. Well, maybe I'll get my skin together next year, or maybe next semester. No! Do it right now! It'll work with you after work, or you can use it before work. You can do whatever you need to do to use it. Go talk to somebody right now. They have to help you. You spend all day on the phone anyhow. Why don't you go to the website that's going to help you in your future? All you got to do is pick up the phone and go to www.ashkickin.com. Why are you making it complicated? It's easy.
Shop Ash Kickin online at www.ashkickin.com.
Family, check out the brand new audiobook novel entitled Then the Earth Swallowed Them Whole, The Secret of Circular 3591. Now, this thriller novel is about a story that takes place in the 1940s deep in the sundown towns of Florida, where this mysterious document leak caused a bunch of chaos. You want to know what happened? Check out the audiobook. Go to Amazon.com and check it out right now, and be sure to follow the author, E.J. Wade, at official E.J. Wade on Instagram. Then the Earth Swallowed Them Whole, available right now on Amazon.
From the culture of the American South, where roots hold stories, comes a natural deodorant inspired by generations of wisdom. Introducing Rootwork, the all-natural foundational Black American-based deodorant infused with the magic of Hygiene the Conqueror root. Our unique blend, enriched with this legendary root, offers 24-hour protection, rooted in the power of nature. Embrace this deodorant that celebrates culture, history, and your well-being. Unlock the magic of Rootwork today. Experience the pure essence of nature. Visit rootworkstyle.com and make the switch to a healthier cultural choice.
Boom. I'm here. I am in here, ladies and gentlemen. I am in here, ladies and gentlemen. What's good with the family? How are you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Glad to have everybody in here. What's going on with the family? Let me make sure my sound is good. How's my sound doing? Everything good with my sound? Oh, we're in here. Let everybody know that we're live. I got my microphone check shirt. Gotta say, let me get my damn collar together. Shit. Happy Aratasase to the family. Today is the holiday, Aratasase. If you're not familiar with that, you can go to aratasase.com. I'm going to see if the link is here. Let me see if, yeah, you can go down here, look in the link down here. There's a lot of links down here on the bottom, but go to where it says get the new Aratasase shirt. I should have worn my Aratasase shirt. I should have wore that today for the holiday. But we are celebrating Aratasase. And I hate to date the shows, but you guys know what date it is. I hate to put a date on the show because people look at this in the future. And, you know, I want it to be timely, but you know what it is. Around this time of year, every year, we celebrate the foundational Black American themed holiday, Aratasase, where we pay homage to the foundational Black Americans who used this time of year to get their freedom. And man, who's this? What was this? Anyway, But we're here. We're here, ladies and gentlemen. We're here. We are here. We're going to chop up some great game as we always do. Shout out to everybody who gave a lot of great book recommendations for Aratasasi. A lot of people gave some phenomenal book recommendations. Hold on. No. Hold on one second. Hold on, guys. Sorry, guys. All right. So listen. Come on, please. Okay, all right, y'all. Let me turn my ringer off. People texting me from all over the world. All right, but again, I got to shout out to the people who gave some very good book recommendations. A lot of great book recommendations for Aratasase. A lot of folks on Twitter were giving great recommendations, and that's a part of what Aratasase is. We share books and we share information, things that's going to uplift the family. Shout out to Black Voltron Reloaded. But it's a great thing to take control of our culture and honor and respect and pay tribute to our culture on our own terms. And we don't need permission to do that. We don't need permission to say, hey, we're going to honor our ancestors and we have our own holiday without people bringing us the holiday to celebrate. You understand? Because people bring us stuff, and a lot of times they have these ulterior motives. Just like with Kwanzaa, there's always this thing, and that's why we've never really, let's be real, we've never gravitated towards Kwanzaa like that, because there's always been this desire to take us away from our foundational Black American history and foreignize us. There's always this desire to make us feel like we're foreigners on our own land, to make us feel uncomfortable on the land that we actually built. This is a country that was built by foundational Black Americans. No other group did what we did. We're the foundation of this country. We weren't brought to the United States. We built the United States. We always have to put that in perspective, because terms like African American makes us comparable to Mexican Americans, Chinese Americans, Korean Americans, Ethiopian Americans, Turkish Americans. It makes us comparable to immigrant groups, and we're not comparable to them. We did something other people didn't do. We built something from scratch and didn't flee from it. And that's a tough pill to swallow for a lot of people. But we have a very unique relationship with the land here. We're going to get into, we'll get a little deep into that a little bit later. I want to hit on the subject at hand. Well, before I get into the main subject, because I'm waiting on everybody to pile on in the room before we get in on the main subject. By the way, the new Bucci Bear cartoon is out. It's available on FBAstream.com. People absolutely love it. They love the new Bucci Bear cartoon. How many of you have seen the Bucci Bear cartoon? If you've seen the new one, episode 4, entitled Poison Jollof, everybody put up a bear. Put up a bear emoji. Put up a bear emoji if you've seen it already. Yeah? Put up a bear emoji if you've seen it already. All right? People love this episode. And I put up a clip earlier. Some people are saying this is the best one. Some people say this is the absolute best one. Let me play a clip. And this clip is very controversial. This clip is already... I'm posting up little clips of it, and the clips are going viral. So I put up a clip earlier, and people kind of lost their minds over this clip, like I'm taking shots. I'm not taking shots. So let me get on the Umar thing. Let me address that now before it gets out of hand. Let me address this. Look, the Umar thing, Shout out to Umar. It's just jokes. I'm not trying to rekindle a beef with Umar. All right? A lot of people are like, oh, shit, shots fired. Oh, no. Listen, these are just jokes, just having fun. I'm not rekindling a beef with Umar. Shout out to Umar. I don't have a problem with Umar. I just thought the woke walrus character would be funny along with Bucci Bear. That's all it is. And even if you notice, the woke walrus, the woke walrus ain't really doing no under the belt shots. You know, we just the joke is basically the tone of voice and the dialect, but we're not doing anything under the belt. These are just jokes. We're not taking, just real underhanded shots at the brother. I'm not. It's just jokes. These are just jokes. I don't have a problem with Umar. I'm not shitting on Umar. This is funny. These are jokes. Let me play. It's not shots fired. No, it's not. It's not. Okay, for some of y'all who haven't seen it, let me play the clip. You can see the whole thing on FBAstream.com. All right, let me play a clip of what we're talking about here. All right, this is a clip from the infamous Bucci Bear cartoon. And again, it's no shade. It's just fun. Hold on 1 second. Let me pull this up right here, make it a little bigger. Here we go. All right.
This area looks kind of weird. I hope I'm in the right spot.
Greetings, my brother. Welcome to the Buster Douglas, Mariah Carey, Tevin Campbell, Patti LaBelle School for Boys. How can I help you, my brother?
I'm currently working on an undercover operation, and I need some of your Pan-African students to help me infiltrate an FBA event so that we can sabotage it. I'll make it worth your while financially.
Well, I appreciate your offer, my brother, but we currently don't have any more students here at the school.
Wow, what happened to the students?
Some of them didn't want to come to class and they wanted to hang out on the corner. And I'm not going to be able to psychologize them off the corner. Some of them had to be put to sleep.
For how long?
For good!
Oh, that's it. So no, it's no shots. It's just fun, man. This is just having fun. We're just having fun. Shout out to Umar. This is no beef. This is just fun. This is just jokes. This is just jokes, man. It's all jokes. A lot of times when I'm engaging with people, it's all jokes. It's all satire. Yeah. When I'm roasting people, it's just jokes. Yeah. And I'm asking people what should some of the next characters be. Everybody keeps saying we should do Crispy. And I thought about it. My thing is, real life Crispy, that man is still distraught and butthurt over the Crispy cartoon, or the Crispy puppet. It's been over a decade, family. No, it's been probably a decade exactly. I think I started the Crispy puppet around 2013. And the Crispy puppet still bothers this man. With Crispy, that's a little more serious because I don't want this dude to harm himself. This thing really bothers him. The Crispy puppet really, really hurt that man. That Crispy puppet really, literally, the Crispy puppet made that man shave his hair off because I was going in on his hairline so bad, the man wouldn't shave his whole head off. This man that Crispy puppet messed with that man's spirit. It really did. And if I do something, I don't want that man to just go over the top and he just kind of crash out and something happens to him. I don't want that now. Because the thing is, it's so funny to other people, and he trying to explain the trauma. Remember, I think he was on Fresh and Fit one time. Do you know what Tariq did, everybody? You know he got a puppet about me. It's called Crispy. And they're dying laughing. They're dying laughing at this shit. You know, he tries to get sympathy, but the fact that he's trying to get sympathy because the puppet is making fun of him, it's even more funny. Do you know what this low-down nigga did, everybody? He made a puppet of me. He supposed to be pro-black, everybody. And he made a puppet making fun of my dark skin, and he called Crispy. And he says everybody every 5 minutes. What kind of shit is that, everybody? How you gonna make hidden colors and make a Crispy puppet, everybody? Oh, good. So, a shout out to Crispy. I don't have a beef with you, Crispy. I really don't, man. I want you to do your best, brother, because that thing really messed with his spirit. It really made that man, it really hurt that dude. Oh, man. But some people are saying a Cynthia G puppet. And dude, I was thinking about, and here's the thing, I was thinking about doing one of Strappy and Tone, but I gotta do it because I don't want it to be vulgar. And that's the thing. If I deal with Strappy and Tone, then it really pushes the envelope of vulgarity. Because if I do a Strappy character, it's going to be an evil villain. We were going to do it. Me and my animators were sitting down, and Strappy was going to be like a super villain with some radioactive strap-ons. And her assistant was a frog with man boobs, and the frog jump up and the boobs be bouncing every time. Oh, that's going to be a little bit too much. And then I got to reel myself back sometimes. Sometimes I got to reel myself back. So I don't want to be profane. This is going to be too crazy. Let me bring it back. Let me not be a degenerate with this shit. So I'm like, okay, I got to think of something else. I got to think of something. Yeah. Oh, goodness. People like the munchie. They like that one. I think I might have to bring the munchie back. Rolling, that would be too easy. Rolling is too easy. Rolling is, I don't want to do, Rolling is way too easy to clown. So I don't want to do Rolling. That's too easy. You know? Like a Tiffany Cross, that's funny. The Tiffany Cross character, that's funny because you don't expect that. When she loses her job and she has to get down with Percy Earl for a couple of dollars. That's funny, So we're gonna work some more out, man. But people love the Bucci Bear episode, man. Go to FBAstream.com, FBAstream.com, ladies and gentlemen, to get that. All right, we almost got 4,000 people in here, ladies and gentlemen. And again, shout out to everybody for the Rotisase holiday. That's right, Nicety Girl. I got to let my creative juices flow. Oh, by the way, you know what? And Nicety Girl, you reminded me of something. Because shout out to Nicety. She's always at the Hidden History Museum. We had a great time. Was it last week? Boy, we had some phenomenal comics up there. You know what I want to do? I want to do something for children. I want to have like a Saturday event for kids. Family, do y'all know of some brothers or sisters who do like reptiles, who can do like reptile displays? I would like to have that for the kids. Kids like stuff like that. If there's some black folks who got like reptile displays, they got an expedition of reptiles that we can bring in and do like a reptile exhibit for children. Children like stuff like that. I would like for something like that to pop off. And if there's any black folks who do that, I would like to know about them. I would like to bring them out. I know there's a brother who has like a reptile sanctuary somewhere in Florida. I don't know if the guy travels, but if you guys know somebody, some brother somewhere, and not your uncle who has an iguana that in his house. No, that don't count. I'm talking about, somebody who has a whole setup. that would be cool. Get in? That would be cool. So y'all let me know. Somebody said a magic show. Or the reptile is one thing, but give me some other ideas of some people who are in LA or some people we can bring to LA. You know? So the reptile guy travels. So y'all let me know. Throw some ideas at me. Because I would like to have that for the kids there at the museum. Yeah. Kids from from 3 to 17. All kids of all ages like Reptile. So kids of all ages. So the iguana's name is Earl. Yeah. But yeah, a reptile exhibit. I think that'll be real cool. And we got like a nice sized patio. We can have stuff outside. So that would be cool. So yeah, holla at me about that. That would be great. Or reptiles or any kind of animals or whatever. Nick Cannon and Kevin, they use reptiles on their pranking show. Yeah, I think there's some other people who have reptiles and stuff like that, and I could use them. I would like to get some brothers and sisters who got that going on. That would be good. But if not, there's some other groups of people that we might be able to bring in. Anyway, let's get to what we're talking about. And my email is info@tariq.la. That is my email address if you guys would like to throw some names at me. info@tariq.la. info@tariq.la. All right. So we're talking about the Honorable Minister Farrakhan. Minister Farrakhan did an interview, and many people took the interview and interpreted the interview as Minister Farrakhan endorsing Donald Trump. A lot of right-wingers ran with it. Look, Minister Farrakhan is endorsing Donald Trump. Minister Farrakhan is endorsing Donald Trump. Now, I want y'all to listen to a clip of what the good minister said. In my interpretation, I don't think it was an endorsement, but I get where he was going. Now, listen to this. Let me get your interpretation of this, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on one second. Where we at? Right here. All right, let's get your interpretation of what this is. And shout out to Sir Major. He initially posted this. Shout out to Sir Major. And if you're not following Sir Major on Twitter, y'all need to follow our brother Sir Major. Hold on.
The nature of this administration is good for us. Because of Trump's way, he is an anomaly. There's never been no president quite like Mr. Trump. There's something that he's doing. Trump is destroying every enemy that was an enemy of our rise. Who's the enemy of our rise? Is it the Department of Justice, where we get none? Is it Congress, where you make a law that favors us and then you turn around and destroy it? Is it the media that has destroyed every black leader that stood up for us? Martin Luther King suffered it. Malcolm suffered it. He's attacking the media, calls it fake news. We have been the victims of some fake news.
Yes.
He's beating up the FBI. Go at it, baby. They've been beating the hell out of us ever since J. Edgar Hoover and the counter.
Okay.
The nature of this.
Okay. All right. Yes, indeed. Okay, so a lot of people were looking at that interview and saying, oh, Minister Farrakhan endorses Trump. I know the interview is old, but they have resurfaced the interview, and a lot of people were talking about this interview. All right? A lot of people were talking about this interview. But what Minister was saying, he was speaking the truth. He's saying what a lot of us are saying. Hey, look, Trump, even though we're not directly endorsing him, he's going after a lot of things that, we get secondary benefits from. Now, we're not saying that he's a friend of ours, but he's going after things and attacking things that's been attacking us. like I said, man, there's a lot of secondary gains that we get, like with the border situation. You know? The border situation. Trump is getting in on that border situation, and that benefits us. Man, the stuff that these people are coming in doing, they got these groups coming in here, man. There's one dude, let me find this article. Hold on, let me find this one article. Man, they are just dumping people in major cities like it's nothing. They're dumping people in these cities, dumping them right in black neighborhoods, right in Chicago, all of these places, coming in with their anti-black disposition, which is something that we have a problem with. You understand? I do have a problem with that. And squeezing what little resources that we have, our little meager tax dollars that should be used on us. You dig? We're not getting what we're supposed to get. Look at this right here. These people are coming in. Illegal immigrant raped Ohio woman, claimed he was possessed by a demon. So I think this guy was from Nicaragua. They done dropped him off up in Ohio, attacking women, assaulting women. This type of stuff is going on, man. So they dump these folks right in places where we are. That's not cool. Somebody said there's no benefit for having Trump. Well, damn, ain't no benefit from no damn Biden. How are we benefiting from Biden? Again, and I'm not endorsing anybody. I feel where the minister is coming from. It's like, hey, we're kind of sitting back. We're not endorsing anybody, but, let them go at it against each other. You dig? They're going at it against each other. And we're sitting back cool. You dig? We're not going to sit here and say yay or nay, but if y'all want to go at each other, I'm not going to argue with you. If you're going after some of the feds who's been harming us, hey, shit. Yeah? And, Trump is nobody for me, I'm not putting on the cape for Trump. Because, again, Trump did this speech talking about he's going to indemnify the police. Now, truth be told, we could flip that in our favor, too. Hold on, let me play that clip of Trump talking about how he's going to indemnify the police, meaning he's going to give them a pass. He's going to give them kind of protections. So he's going to indemnify all police. Look at this clip here. Hold on, let me get this going and make it a little smaller for the family. Hold on one second. All right.
I am also going to indemnify all police officers. This is a big thing, and it's a brand new thing, and I think it's so important. I'm going to indemnify through the federal government all police officers and law enforcement officials throughout the United States from being destroyed by the radical left for taking strong actions against crime. Our law enforcement, our police officers are forced not to do anything when they want to. They really want to solve the problem. They're told not to do it under the threat of losing their pension, losing their house, losing their family. That's what's happening to them. They're losing everything. They're told not to do anything. We have to support our police. Our police know everything that has to be done. We're not going to allow anything bad to happen to them again. They have been totally put aside. If you remember in Minneapolis, where they took over the police station.
Yeah, they're talking about protecting the Derek Chavins. See, this is why I can't put the cape on for Trump. But
they took it over and they burned it down. By the way, what happened to those people? Are those people in jail with the J6 hostages? What happened to those people, come to think of it? They're not in jail with the J6 hostages. I don't call them prisoners, I call them hostages. They're hostages.
All right. So, now Trump is dog whistling. And the first thing he's going to do, he gets elected, he's going to let all of the J6 people out if they got federal charges. He's going to pardon all of them. But the thing is, if he's going to indemnify the police, ladies and gentlemen, I say start with this brother, right? Speaking of January 6th, if we're going to indemnify police, leave this brother alone. All right? Which he's not caught up on nothing, but Lieutenant Michael Byrd, who handled that business during January 6th, and a lot of the white supremacists are mad at him because he had to defend the nation against suspected white supremacist attack. So let's indemnify him. Let's get people off his bumper, even though he ain't got no charges on him or whatever. This guy, all right? So, if we're going to indemnify everybody, that means indemnify the black officers that might have to put down a meth head. You understand? Or the Muhammad Noors. Indemnify him. Those cats. You see? Everything is all gravy until black officers start pulling those triggers. Then all of a sudden, hey, wait a minute, time out. Wait a minute. Yeah? I think I hear my daughter coming in. This one. Come over here, sweetie. This is my baby girl who's up here visiting for the holidays. My big baby girl. My big baby girl is here. Yeah, my sons are going to be happy to see their big sister. Shout out to my big baby girl. Wanted her to come in here. She probably has a bonnet on. She probably didn't want to get on camera. What's my daughter doing? But real talk, man. Like I said, I don't think the minister was endorsing Trump. I think he was looking at this from a very strategic standpoint. Hey, if the enemies are bickering with each other, use that to your advantage. Let them bicker. You dig? Let them bicker. We don't jump in it. Just like with this Israel-Palestine thing. Let them do their thing. Remember, some Palestinian protesters attacked some black elders, I think, up there in Detroit. I think they got hands and feet put on them afterwards. But yeah, we don't have to put the cape on for nobody. I'm not putting the cape on for anybody. Because, see, we're out here on our own. We get no justice. Nobody's really trying to fight for us. So if they're fighting against each other, well, damn it, so be it. I just saw a case where a brother was in jail for 48 years, a wrongful conviction. They let this brother out of jail after 48 years, half a damn century in jail for a crime he didn't commit. And then they let him out. They're talking about they're going to give him like $150,000 compensation. You know, that type of nonsense. You know, that type of injustice, man. Let these folks bop each other upside the head and do whatever they need to do. Because I don't mind a reset button. I don't mind it at all. The reset button scares a lot of Negroes. That doesn't bother me at all because I know what we're capable of, ladies and gentlemen. I know our capabilities. And we, as foundational Black Americans, there's this unwritten rule that we're not supposed to have any protection. And we're not supposed to defend ourselves. There's a case in New York. No, this was in Texas. I'm sorry. This case right here. A Texas mom fatally shoots a teen breaking into her home to protect her family. Now she faces eviction. I had to think about my babies. So now they're about to, we always get punished for defending ourselves. Remember the black folks down there in Montgomery? Remember the brother who was fighting them white supremacists? They attacked him. He fought back, and then everybody jumped into it. Then they ended up charging him. I think they dropped the charges because people were like, what the hell? But boy, when we defend ourselves, that's a no-no. And people tell us to do something about crime, but the problem is, and the person who tried to break in this woman's house, this was a little dusty Negro, and we get punished for protecting ourselves against the dusty Negro class too. That's the thing. We're not even supposed to protect ourselves from the dusty Negroes. If we protect ourselves from dusty niggas, then that's a form of black on black crime because police ain't protecting us from them. You dig? Dusty Negroes are allowed to run amok, and then we're told, fix your community. And when we fix it by getting the dusties up out of here, what about black on black crime? Yeah, Jonathan Majors. That was another example of somebody who was basically defending himself, and he called the police on the white woman. They were like, no, we're going to charge you. Well, there's this unwritten rule, we're not supposed to get any protection. Or even on Twitter or X, Elon Musk got it to the point where other groups can talk about us and say there's one white boy, or a few of them, who his page has the N-word in the page. And all he does is post N-word memes. And they won't take his stuff down. If you say anything that's remotely perceived as an epithet towards Asians, Latinos, or Muslims, or Eastern, any other group, your page is going to get a ding on it. They're going to ding and strike your page. You see? So the white supremacists are very good at elevating other groups and giving them protections that we can't get and giving them benefits that we can't get. And then they turn around and run the whole, well, we came over on an inner tube with $2. We pulled ourselves up and we didn't have nothing. How come you didn't? Don't let them run that game. Don't let them run that game whatsoever. Because as we see with all of these immigrant groups coming in, especially in New York, they're getting bussed in and they're coming in on nice buses. Chicago, they're getting flown in. They're getting flown in on these mysterious planes. In New York, they got these people and they're processing them through the Roosevelt Hotel. So they're coming in getting the damn red carpet treatment. Somebody's underwriting this stuff. Yeah? Down in Florida, somebody made a great tweet about this. Don't let these people, the Cubans, when they come over, don't let them fool you, man. They got something called the Cuban Adjustment Act. That was started in 1966, something that we were fighting to get for these immigrant groups. That was something that we were fighting for. Remember, Dr. King was fighting for a lot of the Cuban immigrants too. A lot of us were fighting for them, because a lot of foundational Black American leaders over here were clicked in with Castro, so we were fighting for them. So they have something called the Cuban Adjustment Act, where they get over here, the minute they get on land here, they're good. They're eligible for a whole bunch of benefits. The minute they set foot here, the Cuban Adjustment Act, they come here and after a year, they can get that green card, they can get food stamp, housing assistance, work permits, everything. Okay? Look up the Cuban Adjustment Act. So these people come over and get all types of benefits and all types of set-asides that we help them get. And again, you got some of these militarized-looking Chinese folks coming across the border too. These people from China getting dropped off in these South American countries, and then they're moseying over across the border. You understand? Yeah, the wet foot, dry foot thing. And I keep telling y'all about these Chinese guys who's coming over here. These guys are fighting age males. They're military age. And these Chinese guys keep coming over here. They're coming across the border on the slick. Look at this here. Hold on one second. Yeah?
Message to Alejandro Mayorkas. We are in the migrant camp of San Vicente. The majority right here on the back, all of them are from China, as they are migrating into the northern borders of the United States. Venezuela, China, 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 Venezuela, Venezuela, China. Where are you going? United States? United States, USA, where are you going?
Yeah, man. So you better understand what's going on over here, man. They're letting these, and all of it is to undermine us, basically. The whole thing, they're letting all these folks in to undermine us. Yeah, fair use, by the way, fair use. The name of the game is to undermine us. Then we wonder why there's this threat of a cyber attack. You're letting these folks come over here. They look like they're part of some kind of military operation, man. These people will let this whole thing go to hell in order to undermine us. You understand? They will let this thing go all the way to hell to undermine us and what we're supposed to get. We're sitting here talking about we need our reparations, we need our tangibles, and they're sitting here still trying to play games with us. Let them play games. We'll let them crash and burn. But understand, Foundation of Black Americans, we have to be on our kick. See, that's another thing that they weren't expecting. They weren't expecting us to utilize our lineage in order to get codified. See, they weren't expecting that. That threw them on a loop. So every time they try to come at us with certain things, we're looking at things from our lineage perspective. So they weren't really ready for that one. They didn't think that we were going to stand on lineage business like that. So we question their motive. So when we see all of these weird people do certain things, we're like, hey, where did this black person come from? What's this new mammy they got on ESPN? They got some new mammy. They get a bedwench mammy on ESPN. So it's another one of them sports shows. They had another one of these women they bring them on there to denigrate black men. And then when you look in their background, this woman, what's this woman's name? She was on there talking about Cam Newton, taking shots at Cam Newton. And then people said, uh-oh, wait a minute. They start looking in her background. She was all booed up. She got a zaddy, and she's a tether. Her family's from somewhere over there in Africa. And I can't think of her name because I don't really watch those shows, but I've seen the clips. I should have had the clip prepared. And some of you guys who watch these sports shows, y'all know who I'm talking about. What's that woman's name? I forgot what the woman's name is. Is it Kimberly Martin? Is it Kimberly Martin? Now, not Jamel Hill. But all of them are shit. Don't all of them zaddy chase? It's a lot of zaddy loving and zaddy chasing over there. Yeah? But listen, real stuff going on out here. Us standing on that lineage. They were not expecting that, ladies and gentlemen. That's something that they were not expecting at all. And they're getting desperate for the election season. So they're going to try a whole bunch of stuff. You're about to see Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is going to have an afro by Black History Month. She's going to let her perm sweat out. She's going to have an afro. You got Sharpton and those guys. They're starting to use reparations. See, they're using our talking points. They see what we're talking about on the grassroots. They're going to do a lot of babbling and sleight of hand. We got to watch out for them. We got to watch out for the babbling and the sleight of hand, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah? You're going to see them wheeling around rappers. They're going to start wheeling the rappers around. See, they're going to have a hard time with Fat Joe because, see, we're on the Fat Joe. The Fat Joe thing is backfiring on them, so they got to kind of put him on ice for a minute. They know they can't keep wheeling around Fat Joe. That's backfiring on them, so they got to figure out something else. Speaking of rappers, did you guys see our brother Scarface and his Tiny Desk concert? When I talk about genius, masterpiece, superb, a lot of people are talking about that. Our brother Scarface, that's my homie too, man. Scarface did a phenomenal job. Scarface did a phenomenal job on that Tiny Desk. My man's voice is golden. Boy, that's hip-hop purity. If you haven't seen that Tiny Desk concert with Scarface, go see that. If you want to see raw talent, no tricks, no smoke and mirrors, no auto-tune, my man, they had They had that thing popping, man. My man's voice is phenomenal. Storytelling is phenomenal. Oh, that's a classic. It sounded great. It sounded great. Go check that out. Scarface on the Tiny Desk concert. Man, I'm so proud of my brother, man. The greatest, one of the greatest who ever did it. And a lot of people are saying, people are shocked. They were like, damn, I didn't know he was that good. Yes, man, I've been telling y'all, Scarface has been in my top 5 for the longest. People are going to give my brother the respect and the accolades that he deserves. People are like saying, hey, Scarface is probably one of the best rappers alive right now. There's no argument on that. I saw my brother B-High, Choke No Joke, in B-High down in Atlanta. B-High's my guy. I got to go do B-High show when I go to Atlanta. I don't know, how's Isaiah Washington calling me? Because I heard Isaiah said something slick. Isaiah Washington is calling me. And somebody told me Isaiah was saying something slick. I got to find out where he was saying slick shit. All right. Somebody said Isaiah was talking greasy somewhere. I don't know, but I heard. Isaiah, were you talking greasy about me somewhere? Somebody said I should have answered it. Oh yeah, I saw some clips of T-Pain. Yeah, his stuff was good too. Yeah, but yeah, they're gonna get rappers. They got Plies. Now Plies, they got him out here trying to toe the line for the damn Democrats. Plies was tweeting about it. Yeah, immigrants built this country, and all this country wouldn't be nothing without immigrants. Oh Lord, where's Plies' family from? You know, where is Plies' family from? Nikki, where did he say that? Where did he disrespect me at? Was it in a live or something? Because Isaiah's always doing some little old funny style stuff. I don't mess with him. I don't fuck with Isaiah. I ain't talked to Isaiah Washington in years. I don't really rock with dude. Yeah? He's reached out a few times, and that's the reason why. He's two-faced. I don't rock with Isaiah, so I don't. It was in Sir Major space. All right, so it applies to the FBI. Okay. Man. He's from Fort Myers. Okay, all right. It looks like he's from Barbados. Yeah, Isaiah, that ain't cool. You know that ain't cool, Isaiah. It was in Sir Major's Twitter space. Yeah, that wasn't cool. Yeah. Say Plies has Haitian lineage. I don't know. Is Plies Haitian? Yeah. Somebody said Plies has a tether hairline. I don't know. Yeah. Isaiah's a great actor. I've always said that. I don't take that away from dude. But just on some personal shit, me and him, on some personal shit, nah. No, he's done some real funny style shit. You know. But again, shout out to my brother Scarface. Shout out to him for doing his thing. But listen, family, my FBA family, we got to understand something. Somebody said they're Haitian, they don't want Plies. And look, I ain't got a problem with Plies, but don't be out here towing the line for the damn Democrats when they are trying to undermine us. You dig? But look, we have to understand our history, what we've done, what we're capable of. When we look at our lineage and we don't let them Africanize us, meaning we're not trying to shit on Africa, but this is our homeland. We're not guests in our homeland. You understand? That's why they try to push Kwanzaa, and we've never gravitated towards Kwanzaa. because we don't really that's not culturally who we are now. We shouldn't have to dig into some foreign African culture that don't even exist over there no more, that, you know, some parts of our families were engaged in centuries ago. And remember, a lot of us are acknowledging the Aboriginal lineage that we have on this land, and the white supremacists hate us acknowledging that, because the truth is we have Aboriginal lineage here. There were black people on this land for thousands of years before the Europeans. And there's undeniable proof of this. And all they try to do, the white supremacists, they hate this. All they try to do is, I'm white and I say so. Family, when they have people like the Luzia woman that they found, I think down there in Brazil, one of the oldest remains of humans on this land was a black woman. What they try to do, because it's undeniable when we start pointing out all of the archaeological and scientific facts of this. In Virginia, there was a cemetery that they thought were Native Americans, quote unquote, but they found out, when I say Native Americans, I mean the red Native Americans, but they found out that these remains were Africoid, and they got real quiet about it. This was in Virginia. I think in the Virgin Islands, they found some Africoid remains from thousands of years ago. All of the archaeological evidence is there. The first-hand account evidence is there. When these explorers got here, they said exactly what they saw. They saw black people here. My good brother Chase McGee, who was in American Maroon, he has a good book talking about the 19 white people who saw black people here in the Americas. That's the name of the book. I think I'm kind of paraphrasing, but the book is The 19 White Men Who Admitted That Black People Were Here in the Americas First. Black people were here. Another trick they try to do, when you can't deny that it was black people here, the white supremacists will be like, okay, look, there were dark-skinned people here, but they were not really African. They were Melanesian and Australoid, meaning they were like the Australians. They'll kind of give it to them before they say Africa, which is fine, whatever. They were still black, no matter how you want to cut it, slice it. They were still black people who would be considered black today. Yeah? They are still black people, because if you go over there to Samoa, there's black people over there with afros. You can say, well, they're Polynesian. Look, you got jet black people, and I've seen them with my own eyes. They're still black. You go to Asia. Dude, I've been in villages in Asia, Malaysia in particular. I've been in the jungles of Malaysia with jet black people with afros. Now, you can play this where they're not really African. They're Melanesian. They're still black as hell. Okay? So they'll try to play that game. Yeah? But there were black people here. And then you got to, and here's the thing, there has to be a balance to that conversation, because when we talk about the black people being here, we're talking about them in respect to them mixing in with the Africans who were brought over, and then mixing in with other groups, and you became an ethnogenesis group, which are foundational black Americans. We became a whole different ethnic group. And that ethnic group is foundational black American. What I don't like when we talk about it from that perspective, us being an a brand new ethnogenetic group, then these Negroes who want to start claiming some of these Native American tribes that then ousted all the black people. You got Negroes out here. No, what we need to do, if we want to get some reparations, we need to start claiming our Cherokee heritage. My great-great-grandmother was a Cherokee. Okay, fine, but you're not a part of the Cherokee tribe. They've already remixed the Cherokees. The Cherokees has a bunch of suspected white supremacists in them now. They done busted that up. You know? They done busted up the Cherokee and some of these other red Native American tribes. Those tribes have been infiltrated. All right? Listen, there are black people, jet black people with Choctaw, Seminole, Cherokee, Algonquin, just everything. Yes. Garifuna, yes, indeed. But those tribes now, you're not a part of those tribes now because those tribes have been infiltrated with a bunch of $5 damn Indians. So those tribes got a bunch of phonies, fakers, and frauds in them now, so it's not even useful to claim them tribes. Them tribes are full of $5 ass Indians. Yeah? They done remixed them tribes up already and made it a point to kick the black folks out. So that's a real uphill battle, thinking you're going to get some out of them. And there's a treaty in place, the 1866 treaty. So yeah, Negroes don't go that route either. You really ain't going to get shit. They done already baked that cake where you can't get nothing. You think? Yeah, dude, down in Alabama, I know some jet black, well, growing up, I knew some old black folks who were full-blooded damn Choctaw. Black as hell. Absolutely, there were black Choctaws and black Creeks, and absolutely. But they've remixed them damn tribes already. They've infiltrated them tribes so that the black folks can't get nothing. Yeah? That's what it is. Boy, we got a lot of people in here. And speaking of our ancestry, don't forget to get that Rootwork deodorant. We got the blueberry. We got the, this is called the Biloxi blueberry. We got the citrus charm. All right? Shout out to Florida. We got everybody's favorite, that lucky lavender at rootworkstyle.com, by the way. You get all that good stuff at rootworkstyle.com. And there's, white people have hit me up asking about Rootwork. Because a lot of white people are starting to get the Rootwork now. And somebody said, I'm a white guy, Tariq. Will Rootwork work for me? Yes. Listen, where are my white listeners? We got a lot of people in here. Hold on, let me talk to my white listeners. Got almost 6,000 people in here. If you are white, if we got some white listeners in here, give me a white thumbs up. All the white listeners in here, give me a white thumbs up. Let me see where the white listeners are. Give me a white thumbs up, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see where the white people are in here. No, you know what? No, don't give me a Labrador Retriever. Put a dog sign up because y'all like your dogs a lot. Put your dog sign up there. Give me a dog emoji. All my white listeners, put your dog emoji. Say you're a Caucasian, brother. Well, put your dog emoji in there. Where you at? We got Gabriella, Italy. All right, we got Star Trek Schizo. Put your dog. Okay, we got Delightful Chicken. Shout out to the white people in here. I would say put a jar of mayonnaise. If there's a jar of mayonnaise emoji, either give me a white thumbs up or there you go, put your dogs in there. All right. I see you. El Chapo the Third. Yeah, put your dog emojis in there. There you go. Listen, you can get Rootwork. Yes, you can. The Rootwork will work on you. Now, some of the Rootwork, like the citrus, this one, a lot of folks don't know, this one has a little cocoa butter in it. So, this one is definitely infused specifically for the black skin tone. All right. This has the citrus and cocoa butter infused in it. There's different things. We all got the High John the Conqueror root in it. I would suggest for our Caucasian brothers and sisters, the Mango Mojo. The Mango Mojo, I think this would work good for you. Somebody said take a bath first. Okay, yes, but you gotta use a wash rag, okay? Here's the thing, because we do know there's a lot of brothers and sisters within the non-black community. Y'all are, and I think many of you have admitted that you don't like using wash rags. You gotta use a wash rag, all right? You gotta wash it down first, cleanse that first, then put that on. And use a rag when you do it. Even a loofah. You can use a loofah. All right? It works best when you use a wash rag. All right? Because let's be real, there's a lot of people in the dominant society, truth be told, and this goes back to a lot of stuff that was happening in Europe. You don't know how to bathe that good. Yeah? I'm not being mean-spirited. This is something that they even say. You know, I don't bathe every day. I guess I didn't go outside. Damn, Scooter. A lot of people in the dominant society don't know how to bathe like that. Did y'all see? There's the video of a white woman talking about how she was in the army and the sisters had to teach her how to bathe and have proper hygiene. Hold on, look at this. This lady said she was in the military and the sisters taught her how to bathe. Hold on, look at this. Black women taught her proper hygiene. Hold on, listen to this.
I remember being told that I don't need to scrub my legs because the soap runs down my body. I remember being told that I didn't need to shower today because we had swam at the lake. I remember being told that shampoo is fine because it runs down, it washes.
Right. Hold on, I'm gonna play the rest of it. Where are my non-black people? Come on, your parents used to tell you that. You don't need a bath because you went swimming. And that's way different in a black household. When you go swimming, what are we told? Go in there and wash that chlorine off. Because that chlorine is gonna make you ashy. We're told the opposite. If you swim in a lake or swim in a pool, you immediately shower. You've been in a pool with a whole bunch of people. You immediately shower. You understand? So we're told just the opposite. Hold on. Let me play the rest of this lady because she's telling the truth about the community there. And this is them saying this. Hold on.
Today because we had swam at the lake. I remember being told that shampoo is fine because it runs down, it washes everything. I don't remember being told how to clean my vajayjay. I remember being not the only white girl in the army learning how to wash properly from the black girls. And they laughed a little bit too. But they stood with us and taught us with love. My mother-in-law has taught me more about myself than my actual mother did. I'm not gonna laugh at you because you don't understand the context of these messages. It is listen to black women and protect black women till I die.
Yeah, so every now and then somebody, they'll tell the truth. Somebody in the chat room said, yeah, she was in the army and she just saw, they go wash their hair. Yeah. Some of them will wash their hair, and that's the bath. Do y'all feel what I'm saying? And the suds from the shampoo washes down, and that's the bath. Y'all don't understand how some people get down, dude. Literally, some people just wash their hair, and that is the bath. And wash their hair and nothing else. Oh, goodness. Somebody says she's lying. Oh, no. Because we've heard this before. We've heard this from several sources, guy. Now, sometimes you get some people in the dominant society that will go ahead and tell that. They'll go ahead and tell that truth. Yeah, read the book Dirt. Dude, read the book Dirt. It talks about that up there in Europe. Man, you really don't want to go there. Where, hell, at one point, bathing was a sin. They looked at that shit as evil. Yeah? And it was the Moors that went up there and had, the first thing the Moors did when they went up there in the Middle Ages, they went in there and created bathhouses all over Spain. All right? They had bathhouses everywhere. Hey, y'all, we got to bathe in this bitch. That's number one. All these diseases and stuff up here. Yeah, she got a brother. The brother's going to make her wash that ass. She's going to have to bathe. Hell yeah. Dude, that's why a lot of the diseases were popping off up there simply because of not washing. Somebody mentioned Typhoid Mary. I done talked about Typhoid Mary before. Right, Typhoid Mary, this white woman was spreading typhoid all over New York City, killing people, and simply because she wouldn't wash her hands. This white woman was so hell-bent on not washing her hands, they had to lock this woman up and quarantine her because she had typhoid, but she was asymptomatic because she was so used to it. It was in her gallbladder or something. And the thing is, she would work in the food industry. She would be dealing with people's food, but she never washed her hands. She simply refused to wash her hands, meaning if she wiped herself after she went number 2, if she had a menstrual cycle and did whatever she had to do, she wouldn't wash her hands afterwards. So this woman walked around with filth from her damn infected bladder with this typhoid on it, 24 hours a day, touching people's food. And the doctor said she wouldn't have spread it if she simply washed her hand. And she was on, so I don't have to wash my hand. How dare you make me wash my hand? So we're talking about a stubborn level of filth. It's a whole different level of filth going on with some people, man. Yeah? It's a whole different level. But, yeah. I believe it. I believe it, ladies and gentlemen. I believe what that woman was saying because she is telling the truth. That woman is telling the truth, ladies and gentlemen. Man, man, man. But a lot of stuff going on there. But we got to, look, we have to start understanding that we can get things done on our own. I really want us to start thinking in independent Black terms, thinking in terms of nation building, building things without having to depend on the dominant society. I want us to get into that mindset all the time, ladies and gentlemen, because we have the white supremacists always trying to project their stuff onto us. They're always trying to minimize our contributions. And, you know, we're always debating these people online. Like this one white supremacist suspect put this up right here. And people were debating him. He was talking about Black inventions versus white inventions. What are some inventions from white people? And the Black inventions, super soaker, potato chip, folding chairs, mailboxes. And up in the white inventions, airplanes, light bulb, internet, personal computer, transistor, artificial heart, polio vaccine, television. Let's break some of this stuff down. Now, family, as we know, some of the advancements in the internet, many internet advancements came from Black people. There were several Black inventors who were instrumental with creating things for the internet. The computer chip, there was a Black guy, was Mark something, I forgot his name. A lot of other things as it relates to the internet. There were Black inventions, Black inventors a part of that. Light bulbs is easy. That's Lewis Latimer. We know that. What was the brother? Open heart surgery, talking about the artificial heart. The medical field. What was our brother? Charles, what's our brother's name who did the first open heart surgery? The Black man created the CPU. Mark Dean, right, yes, Mark Dean. Mark Dean. Yeah? Mark Dean, that's his name. But a lot of things that they take, the light bulb, they just took stuff from us and took credit for it. Charles Drew, right. Dr. Williams. But yeah, they're so obsessed with us Dude, we've done all this stuff. When we're talking about the car inventions, I was debating a suspected white supremacist about, he was talking about, yeah, we invented cars. I said, dude, some of the earliest car inventors who made quality cars, the Patterson family, their cars were better quality than Ford's cars. But the white industry got together to push them out of the car industry. And even with Ford, Henry Ford, who was his right-hand man, the person he was going to behind the scenes, George Washington Carver. He was going to a black man getting the game. You think? They were stealing our patents, dude. The list goes on. You want to go to airplanes? You really want to talk airplanes? Man, do you know there was a foundational black American man who got a patent on an airplane before the Wright brothers? Y'all know that? Look up Charles Page. There was a foundational black American brother down in Louisiana. If y'all want to go to the airplanes? FBA brother who was a slave who started creating an aircraft in 1896. He was working on it and put the patent in 1903 and got the patent in 1906 before the Wright brothers. It was a foundational black American brother. Charles Page did that. Y'all know, hold on, let me find a receipt on that. Hold on. And they're very quiet about that. This brother right here. This is Charles Page out of Louisiana, Pineville, Louisiana. I think they put a plaque up there in Pineville for this brother. All right, this is Charles Page, and here's the patent. And there are several articles at the time of the brother, too. They know about him. That's the patent. This was before the Wright brothers. This is an aircraft that you can operate that's maneuverable in the air. And here's the deal. This is how they did this, brother. This is how dirty these white supremacists are. So our brother Charles Page, he made this aircraft in 1903. He made his in 1903. He was going to go to the Louisiana Purchase State Fair that they had in 1904. There was this big state fair in St. Louis called the Louisiana Purchase State Fair. I think that was the name of it. But it was a huge thing where different exhibits and inventors were going. And they had a prize for certain scientific inventions. And the prize was going to be like $100,000. And in those times, that's like $1 million. So he was going to take his airplane there, his aircraft there, and fly it. He knew he was going to win that money. He was going to do this in 1904. He had his stuff shipped out there. He had his aircraft shipped out there to St. Louis. It never got there. Do y'all know these white supremacists stole that man's aircraft? Never got there. Yeah, the World's Fair. It never got there. They lost it, but they stole it. The white supremacists stole his shit. His aircraft was never found. He put his life savings in it. He was like, well, damn, he never got to display it, even though he did get the patent because he did draw up everything, but he just never had the money to rebuild another one. So he just kind of tapped out. He lost it. They stole his joint. They literally stole that brother's shit. Yeah? And then just wrote him out of history. Yeah? And act like he didn't exist. See, they sabotaged him. They said, hey, we ain't about to let a brother come up with somewhere niggas can fly? Oh, hell no. Oh, Lord, no. Something where niggas can fly? No. Boy, these white supremacists are mad haters. You understand? But Charles Page, look up that brother. They honor him down there in Louisiana. They know. They don't even deny that he did it. They just don't talk about it because the patents are there. Yeah? Charles Page. Yeah? But we got to understand, boy, these people, boy, the white supremacists, boy, go out of their way to sabotage us. These people sabotage us left and right and then start talking about pulling ourselves up by our damn bootstraps. Man, give me a break. Give me a damn break. But anyway, man, but again, get your Rootwork deodorant, rootworkstyle.com. Get your Rootwork deodorant. And our non-FBA people, please use a rag before you use this. It works better when you use a rag. And take a good bath. Anyway, man, go check out the new Bucci Bear episode at fbastream.com. And you can watch all my other movies there. At fbastream.com, you can watch all the Hidden Colors movies. You can watch American Maroon if you haven't seen it. Buck Breaking. All of the movies are there on fbastream.com. And some of y'all, and I forget, we have a lot of young people here who were children when Hidden Colors came out. So there's a lot of new people here who may not have even seen Hidden Colors. Because remember, Hidden Colors came out over a decade ago. The first one, the Hidden Colors series, is way over a decade. So remember, a lot of you and a lot of my listeners are relatively young. Some of you are in your early 20s. And when Hidden Colors came out, some of y'all were like 9 and 10. So some of y'all were like little snotty-nosed kids running around here not knowing the game. So some of you, especially my teens who's watching and my early 20 family that's watching, y'all definitely need to go see Hidden Colors. And you can see all of that at fbastream.com. Y'all need to watch Hidden Colors 1 through 5. Get all that game. You dig? Anyway, y'all, let me get up out of here. It's been real. Much respect to the family. Puppy Akute and Lullaby.